great big party down at Tom's the other night. Was I there? You bet. Ain't never in my life I see such a sight. All the folks from far plantations was invited and they come. They come trooping thick as cheering when they hears a fife and drum. Everybody dressed their finest. Pet your mouth and get away. Ain't seen no such fancy dressing since last quarterly meeting day. Gals all dressed in silks and satins, not a wrinkle nor a crease. Eyes are batting, teeth are shining, hair brushed back as slick as grease. Skirts all tucked and puffed and ruffled, every blessed seam and stitch. Why, if you'd seen them with the misters, you couldn't swear to which was which. Men all dressed in Prince Albert sweater tears, take your breath. I can't tell you that about it. You ought to see it for yourself. Who was there? Now who you asking? How you expect I going to know? You must think I stood and counted everybody at the door. Old man Bubba's houseboy, Isaac, brung that girl Melinda Jane, her hanging to his elbow, and him strutting with a cane. My, but Harvey Jones was jealous, seemed to stick him like a thorn, but he was laughing with Vinnie Carter, trying hard to not let on. But a person would have noticed from the direction of his look that Ike was watching every step that he and Lindy took. I asked her, won't you sit down with a smile? And she answered up a bowing. Oh, I reckon take a little while. That was just for style, I reckon, because she sat down just the same, and she stayed there till he fessed for to join some sort of game. And then I hear her saying proper as she ran to go away. Oh, you really must excuse me, for I hardly cares to play. Then I see her in a minute with the others on the floor, and there wasn't one of them playing games anymore. Coming down the aisle, a bowing and a swaying and a swinging, putting on her high-tone manner all the while she's singing. Oh, swing Johnny up and down, swing him all around. Oh, swing Johnny up and down, swing him all around. Farewell, my darling. Had to laugh at old man Johnson. He's a caution now, you bet. Hitting close into 100, but he's spry and nimble yet. He loud out and sort of gilly, I ain't old, I let you see. There ain't no use in getting feeble, now you youngsters just watch me. And he grabbed old Aunt Maria, with 300 more or less, and he swung her around the cabin swinging Johnny like the rest. Everybody laughed and hollered, go ahead, swing her, Uncle Jim. And he swung her too, I reckon, like a youngster hoovered him. Oh, that was better than young Scott Thomas, trying to be so awful smart. You know when they get to singing, and they's come to that there part, in some lady's new brick house, in some lady's garden, if you don't let me out, I'll jump out, so fare you well, my darling. Well, then they's got to circle around you and you's got to break the line. Well, that darky was so anxious like to bust himself a trying. Kept a blundering around and fooling until he gave one great big jump that head for the most in the fireplace, right plump. It had fire in it, mind you. Well, I thought my soul I'd bust. I did my best to keep from laughing, but it looked like die I must. You ought to see that man scrambling from the ashes and the grime. Did he burn him? Such a question. Why, he didn't give it time. Throw them ashes and them cinders every which way, I guess. Though you never did, I reckon, clap your eyes on such a mess. For he surely made a picture, and a funny one to boot, with his clothes all full of ashes and his face all full of soot. Well, it'd like to stop the party, and I reckons like it not, it would if Tom's wife Mandy hadn't happened on the spot. To invite us out to supper, we all scrambled to the table. I'd like to tell you about it, what we had, but I ain't able. Okay. I'll mention just a few things, though I know I hadn't oughta. For I know you start to hankering and your mouth will mince to water. We have wheat bread, white as cotton, acorn, just like gold, hog jaw, roasted, boiling short, hot, steaming, and ham sliced cold. Look at that. Wait. What's the matter with you? Don't you go falling on the floor. If you can't stand to hear about it, I won't tell you nothing more. Okay. Now, we had chitlins. Oh, now you're trying to get into fall. Can't you stand to hear about it? Suppose you done been and seed it all. See them great big sweet potatoes laying by the possum's side. See that coon all in his grave and Ricky Dingy up and died. Mandy loud out, you must excuse me, there wasn't much upon my shelves, but I did my best to suit you, so sit down and help yourselves. Tom, he hollered out, I don't believe in apologizing and professing. Let him take it as they catch it. Elder Thompson has the blessing. Wish y'all seen that colored preacher cleared his throat and bowed his head, one eye open, one eye shut. This is every word he said. Lord, look down and tend mercy on such generous hearts as these. Make us truly thankful. Amen. Pass the possum if you please. Ooh, well, we ate and drank our portion till there wasn't nothing left, and we felt just like new sausage. We was mostly stuffed to death. Tom, he know how we be feeling, and he had that feeling round, and he made us clean the cabin for the dance at supper down. Jim, he the fiddler. Jim, the fiddler, tuned his fiddle, put some rosin on the bow, set the pine box on the table, mounted it, and let it go. He's a fiddler now, I tell you, and he made that fiddle ring till the oldest to the lamest had to give defeat a flame. Jigs, cotillion, reels, and breakdowns, cordials, and a waltz or two. Bless your soul, that music winged 'em, and them people like the flu. Crippled Joe, the old rheumatic, danced that flow from side to middle. Though that cutch and hopped it was rheumatics against a fiddle. Elder Thompson got so tickled, well, he liked to lose his grace. Had to take both feet and hold them just to keep them in their place. And all the Christians and the sinners got so mixed up on that flow that I don't know how they parted if the trump had chance to blow. Well, we danced that way and capered in the most ridiculous way, till the roosters in the barnyard cleared their throats to crow for day. You ought to been there, for I tell you, everything was so very rich in prime. And there ain't no use in talking, we just had one scrumptious time.